New Year. Well, it's officially January 1st, and I am excited this morning because I have to get a new lens for this camera to get a much wider range here so you can see more instead of just my face, right? I mean, that's kind of like, ooh, what? I'm excited. I got to meet somebody. I bought this lens used. Let's get going. What a beautiful day out there it is. It's January 1st. It's 7 degrees Celsius outside. Yeah, there are clouds, but it's beautiful out there and there is absolutely no snow. So I'm gonna meet this guy up at McDonald's, take a look at his lens, see if I like it, and hopefully I do, and this is gonna be much wider. I am about 10 minutes early, so I've got some time to kill. And this is the McDonald's that I'm gonna be meeting him at right there. Alright, so I just put the new lens on and check this out. What? This lens is like a foot away from my face, but in the video that I'm looking at, it seems like it's like 3 or 4 feet away, but literally it's like right there. I can touch the lens with my little pinky. That's how close it is. This is gonna be insane, insane. So I've got my old lens right now, and as you could see, this is the lens fully zoomed into my face. Actually, no, fully zoomed out. And this is it, fully zoomed in. What? I know, right? Like, who wants to watch a vlog like this? But there's really not much happening here. And when you're shooting a vlog, one of the first things you want to do is what's called an establishing shot. Essentially, show people where you are, show them the room, show them the foyer, show them the street, wherever you are, and then you can kind of zoom in. But if you just plop the camera down and kind of zoom in, people won't know where you are. And to the brain, that's a little bit confusing. So that's why if you're gonna be vlogging, which I highly recommend you do, try to get the wide angle lens because they're great for establishing shots. But I'm about to put on the new lens. Let me just zoom this back out and let's try the new lens. Look at that. It's like magic. So this is fully zoomed out and you can kind of see everything, including my entire mess back there. That's a lot of Christmas leftover. Actually, I'll show you guys what it is in a minute, but check this out. So I zoom all the way in, and it's zooming on my face, not my nose, which is totally awesome. So I zoom all the way back out. Here we are. So check this out. This is my messy office. That's stuff that was kind of all in here, all in these drawers. My wife decided to take it all out. Messy. Ooh, check this out. My son got me a gimbal for my phone. It's gonna be awesome for like Facebook Lives and vlogging as well. That's my kid right there. That's Jacob. Can I zoom in here? Boom, right there. Well, that's Kyla, my daughter. My wife, me. Okay, so that's the case it came in, my bows. Look at this chocolate. And then I wonder why I put on like 20 pounds over Christmas. Jeez. Lots of chocolate for Christmas. Okay, so I guess now would be a good time to kind of explain to you why I was completely alone in my office. So here's what happened. We were scheduled to go to my brother's house for a New Year's Eve party. My wife started feeling not so good yesterday, December 31st, kind of in the morning, and she was complaining that, you know, she's getting these waves of headaches, chills, but then in the next few minutes she would feel fine and then she'd feel horrible again, and I'm thinking, oh, something is not right. Are you okay to go to the New Year's party? She says, yeah, you know what, I think I'll be fine. And then about 10 minutes before we left, she's like, I'm really not feeling well. Then I said, well, we don't have to go. She says, no, I think I'll be fine. You know, it'll pass. Whatever it is, it'll pass. Within an hour of us getting to the party, she did like the couch slide. You know, you're sitting on the couch and then you stop talking, then your eyes go, and then before you know it, you're like... She did one of those. So the couch slide was probably about 20 to 30 minutes long. And then she looked at me and she says, I think we gotta go. But of course she felt bad for me because here we are at my brother's house. He's having a small get together, I guess you can say. And she felt bad and she didn't want to ask me if we can go home. Before she said anything else, I said, listen, if you want to go home, that's totally fine with me. And she's like, oh, you don't mind? I said, no, not at all. So we were home by, I'm guessing, I want to say 10:30, 11, I think that's what it was. My wife came, she walked in the house, she went straight upstairs to bed, so all the lights in the entire house were off. And I was sitting here in my office, and I rang in the New Year's all by my lonesome. As we were at the party last night, my brother-in-law was there, great guy, and he asked me, so you said you're gonna do more vlogs in 2019, right? And I said, yeah. And he says, well, how many do you plan on doing? I said, well, as many as possible. If I can do them daily, I'll do them daily. But if I miss a day or 2 or 3 here and there, I'm not going to stress over it. And then he says, so what are these vlogs going to be about? Do you have a set schedule? Not so much schedule, but topics, what you're going to talk about? And I said, well, no, because that's really difficult. And it is, because you know, the biggest frustration when it comes to any industry, when you're creating vlogs and you're putting out content, the biggest question is, how do I create content? What kind of content do I produce and get it out there on the interwebs, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or YouTube? And the easiest way to create content is not to create content. What I mean is, document what you're doing. And that's how you create the content. Does that make sense? Because it's so difficult to sit here and say, okay, here's my topic for today, and this is what I'm going to talk about, because sooner or later you just run out of topics and you're scratching your head going, now what? So the easiest way to produce as much content as possible is just to document your journey. And I thought, this is exactly what I'm going to do in 2019. So what I decided to do is just turn on the video camera, and no matter what I'm doing that day, I'm just going to document everything that I'm doing, my entire journey. Because the one thing I would love is to look back at these videos a year from now, 2 years from now, 10, 20 years from now, and go, wow, look where I came from. And this is kind of an exciting moment for me because I am starting a new journey. I'm switching my focus from being a real estate agent to now helping real estate agents document their journey to grow their business. And it's scary as crap. It really, really is, because this is new waters for me. So I figured I would love to record the entire journey and then watch it a year or a few years later and just see how far I've come. Because when you're making micro changes in your life, when you're putting one foot in front of the other, you don't see it until you look back. It's kind of like losing weight, which, by the way, 2019 for me, I just put on way too much weight over Christmas, over the past 2018. You go to the gym, you eat healthy, or however you do it. There are millions of different diets out there. And from one day to the next, you really don't notice anything. And you're going, well, is it really working? Am I really losing weight? And of course your brain plays tricks on you and you're like, no, you're not losing weight. But then you look at a picture of yourself from 3 months ago or 6 months ago to a picture of yourself today, and you're like, wow, I really am losing weight. And then your friends and family are commenting. So this is kind of what I'm doing here. I know from day to day, to me, it may not seem like a big deal, but I've got huge plans. I've got massive plans. And that's why in 2018, you didn't really hear from me, because I was going through a huge transition in my mind, because I wanted to plan what I was doing. And now I'm finally going to document and see where it goes. Am I going to fail here and there? Absolutely. Because, you know, failure is part of success. I have failed multiple times in my life. I have failed more times than anybody that I know, but I have also achieved success in certain areas of my life, because that's how you do it. You get up and you walk forward, and you stumble and you fall and you get up. But What I'm trying to say is I'm just gonna document my entire journey in 2009 and moving 2019 and just move forward and see where it goes. Good cookie. By the way, my wife thinks I have a coffee problem. I don't think I have a coffee problem. Do you think I have a coffee problem? I don't know, maybe I do.